Hi, so this is gonna be a bit surreal, but I'm back at this spot that I reviewed the Nikon DF like a year ago or maybe 2 years ago. I can't remember now. Time flies, but it was sort of the same season. It was winter time, and I had the Nikon DF here walking around in the snow in the same manner. So this is the winter holiday. This is actually New Year's Day here in Sweden, so everything is a bit quiet. All the shops are closed, and I woke up to this wonderful winterland now. So I packed the DF, which I got back, and I have the Leica QP with me, and I thought that I would create some winter images, winter photography with the Nikon DF that I think is very well suited for this weather. It's weather sealed, and it's able to create some beautiful photography. So good day to be out. As I was walking that familiar path that I walked so many times before, now with the DF in hand, the familiar wheels and buttons I was pushing, I just couldn't help but get this warm, fuzzy feeling inside. It felt like the whole world was covered in cotton, all white and so silent everywhere around me. The only sound that could be heard were my footsteps in the snow and the occasional shutter sound from the DF clanking away from time to time. As you follow along here in my journey, shooting with both the DF and the Leica QP, and you can see some of the pictures here that you get from each camera, we're also passing this great windmill that you see in the pictures. It's a great landmark for the area that I live in, and it was actually burnt down at one point and rebuilt a couple of years afterwards. It was a pyromaniac harassing the neighborhood at that time that was never caught, to my knowledge. A funny little anecdote about the windmill was also when I passed there just before it got burned down by that pyromaniac, and a couple of older gentlemen were working up top the windmill to try and fix the wings at that time, because they weren't working. I happened to have an old film camera with me, and I went up there and got to shoot them while they were working on the wings. I later saved those photos and handed it down to the family members of those old gentlemen. So that was a nice, kind of special story for me, to make it more personal. So, Happy New Year! Just wanted to take this short break in my photography walk today to tell a little bit about this place and also what I brought today. First of all, these surroundings here are the same place that I brought the DF in my review the first time. A beautiful place. It's called the Church Bay, and it's equally beautiful in the summer, in my opinion. But now it's just so quiet here with all the snow. And I woke up this beautiful New Year's Day here in Sweden to this landscape, winter landscape. We didn't have much snow here in Sweden lately, so this came as a nice surprise. I recently got my Nikon DF back. I actually sold my last one, or my first one, since the review I made. So for this occasion, this camera needs no introduction, but that's the Nikon DF. I also got this little nice grip to it, so I don't need to use the half case that I had on my last DF. So this grip is very handy. It's the original Nikon grip that I had with the DF, so very happy to get that as well. Together with the DF I got the 24mm f1.4 prime lens, the Nikon one, and I think I've talked about that in the channel before as well. So very nice lens, some nice optics. It's a heavy lens, but it's well worth it in my opinion. The f1.4 might be needed in dark times like this, especially here in Sweden, so I've been very happy to be able to use f1.4 sometimes. So to the other camera that I brought with me that I talked about, the Leica QP. So besides the Nikon DF, I also brought the Leica QP, as I said. One of my favorite cameras ever. Never really liked the new features that I got in the Q2 or the Q3, except the weather sealing. That would have been nice to have. I realized that, but the other features that I did enjoy with the original Leica Q still stands. And the reason for not getting the Q2 or the Q3 is that I like the sensor in the original Q so much. And I love the look of the QP. Looks very stealthy in comparison to the other versions of the Q. And I don't like the red dot either. So this for me is the favorite version of the Q ever created. And I will hold on to this one hopefully for a long while. And I hope it doesn't break down on me. Since it's not weather sealed, I'm just gonna go around shooting with it a little bit before I put it down in the bag again. But so, the Leica QP, so happy to get this one back. That concludes my journey down into Church Bay on the 1st of January 2025, and with the return of two kings.